New computer.
Hi, everybody.
Still behind you. Hi, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with,
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, my goodness. Exhausting day yesterday. It's so exhausting going out and buying new tarot decks, isn't it?
Yeah, and then having to have lunch along the way back. And
Fight the traffic and the
well, the traffic was
construction.
really gnarly on our way back. There was some problem. 'Cause it
Yeah.
was about a 40-mile drive to get to the store. So,
Our closest metaphysical store,
hi,
really, isn't
Cardboard.
it? Cardboard, yay! Hey, I gotta tell you, Cardboard. At the store we went to yesterday to look for decks, I saw a Lenormand that you used on one of your videos. The stained, I think it's stained.
She was so
I
excited.
forget what it was called, but it's like stained glass or
Enlightenment
glass
or something.
Lenormand or something. No, but it looks like little stained glass images, and
Yes.
so I grabbed that because I liked that deck when I saw you using it. So I do have that now with me, not today, but
So
in
I
the mix
see
to use.
I see a number of us here today. Tarot Tribe, welcome everyone. We're going to start off with our card for the collective, and then we're going to do
Oh,
I don't know if that was the name, Cardboard. That sounds like
I don't think
mayonnaise.
it was actually, well, maybe it's not the one you used. It was something else. It was in a black box, and I thought it looked like the one you used, but maybe I'm wrong. But
We'll figure it
it
out.
was very cool. Anyway, there's a couple of things about this deck, though, so maybe it's not the one you had that are a little bit different for the Lenormand. Renamed some of the cards, and a couple of the cards were, I feel, misnumbered. But maybe they just changed the system around a little bit.
Tara, sorry we missed your birthday the other day. It
She
was one of those
was.
bad miscommunications between me and the missus here. I had an event to go to, and I just didn't really get her totally aware of it. So,
Well, and it was partially me. I should have remembered that too. But so we're breaking a little bit of protocol here. We're going to get going and we're going to do a birthday reading for Kara. And this is a reminder to everybody that, when it is around your birthday, just let us know and we'll try to fit in a birthday reading for you. But we're going to do the card for the collective first, Kara, as we do on all our shows. And then we'll get going. And for those of you who haven't seen our birthday reading in action, you will
oh,
get to
you
see it
will.
now. So it's not the Heloise. I don't know. Then maybe I'm hallucinating. Maybe I saw this somewhere else. But anyway.
Oh, that's right, Marita. Did we
Oh,
tell you we were going to
Marita, we were going to do yours on Sunday.
tomorrow?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get Kara's in
We
today.
don't normally do them on Saturdays because we just want to flip through the happy hour, but because we screwed up with her
Thursday.
son. Yeah, so we're doing yours tomorrow. It's a birthday spread reading. We do 6 cards. It's good for the entire year. It sort of looks back at the year past and into the head. Because we do this birthday spread, it usually takes the place of any other reading you might get from us. So, and it's usually done right at the beginning after the card for the collective. So we would be glad to do that.
I'm just
That's right. We did tell you that.
Yeah, I'm just pulling a card quickly, and it's the Six of Earth for the collective, which I like. The Six of Pentacles. And let's see, I just want to move it along. And yeah, so we goofed up. We usually don't do a birthday reading on this show, but since we goofed up, we are.
And our ceiling fan has a flickering effect
Oh,
on the.
oh
Uh,
my goodness. I see
it's
it.
happened before, yeah.
That's
It's not a
funny.
big problem. Hi, Preeti. I'm going to add you to the list.
Preeti. All right, the Six of Earth is about unexpected resources, happy surprises, and generosity. What I have sent forth in love comes back to me many times over. As the generosity of others becomes apparent and unexpected resources show up, the universe is exhibiting its generosity, reminding me that the world is full of pleasant surprises. Inside the pretty package is tangible aid, a gift from spirit. Just when I was beginning to doubt, I am reminded of the treasures I am entitled to receive that show up at my door. What will I unwrap today? Oh, I hope there's some treasures. I've certainly unwrapped enough decks in the last day.
Yes. We
We
have.
also got our Llewellyn shipment of 2 decks from their sale. I bought 2 there, one for Mr. O and one for me.
And I have some decks arriving today.
What?
Yes. You know that.
Oh, oh yes, I do know
Plus
that.
some bags to hold them.
Mm.
Hi, Sayama. I'll add you.
So the generosity, look at we talk about this all the time, and there is a real truth here. You get paid back. You just do. The universe really encourages, the flow of energy, the equal exchange of energy. And so when you give out kindness and generosity to others, expect you're going to receive it in some form back to you. Right?
Right. It's our like kind of give and you shall receive kind of card. So it really is about reciprocal sense of mind or awareness with people, that as you give to others, they will give to you.
It's also
It's
like,
Christmas
related
every day.
to the law of attraction. And I would say that really, though, when you give, it's not with don't have the expectation of receiving in return. Give without preconditions, give without, wanting a payback, and let the universe respond. The universe always responds.
Right. None of that transactional kind of policy that we don't like. All right. So
That's what
no,
we have for the
no
collective.
more shall be said.
No
Uh,
more shall be said. Good
so
for that.
we're gonna move on to our birthday girl, one of two this weekend, Kara. Hi, Kara. Happy birthday. I hope it was a good one.
Kara, he brought out his Tarot of the Northern Shadows
The
for
Tale of the
you.
Northern Shadows for
And
you.
I have to tell you, Kara, I saw a deck yesterday. I'll tell you about. Except I can't remember the name of it now. But it was Odin centric. It was about Odin, and
So we
the
didn't
other
buy
Norse gods. No, we didn't buy it. Well,
it. I'm
and
teasing.
I could have bought it. I'm wondering. I got a tarot that I was on the fence about, but I bought it anyway. And I thought now, well, maybe I could have got that deck instead or this deck instead. But I'm kind of happy with this minimalistic deck I got, which will show up on one
Give her a
upcoming show.
shuffle.
So I can't tell you the name of it, and we didn't buy it. Um, but we will be making other
Shuffle.
trips to that store. It's such a great store.
It is.
Yeah.
Floor.
Yeah.
In Plymouth, Michigan. It's vaguely the Detroit metro area. It's a little bit on the west side of the city, west and a little
Periphery
bit
for
north.
sure. Yeah.
It's a little bit of a Tony,
Tony area.
right, and they do have a lot of beautiful. Yeah, do you know Earthlar? Um,
Ah,
that's their name. They used to have two stores. There was another one that was a little closer, but with the economic downturn around 2009 or so, they kind of decided to funnel that into just the one store.
yeah. Though, we haven't been to Crazy Wisdom since they reopened.
Yeah, we have not. We have another store in Ann Arbor, which is also a Tony, other city near us. Uh, Crazy Wisdom is what they're called. Crazy Wisdom.
Wouldn't call Ann Arbor Tony. I mean, they have their wealthy area, but
Oh, they definitely
they
do.
are a college town.
Well, no, the comparison with Ann Arbor that I like to hear is that people who are from California, Berkeley area, they say, "Oh, it's kind of like Berkeley,"
Oh,
i.e., hippie lighter or hippie-ish.
whatever.
Hi,
Okay.
Jackie. Glad you made it.
Jackie, add Jackie to the list
I
while I
will.
pull the first card.
So, introduce the birthday reading.
Kara, happy birthday. I hope you had a great time. It looked like you had a wonderful cake. Um, the gift you received last year that you can make the most out of this year with, it's the Queen of Cups reversed.
Okay, you're gonna have to wait a minute.
I
Okay,
will.
no, go ahead. You're
Okay.
good.
It's the Queen of Cups reversed. So, how do you use that as a gift for your year ahead? Well, maybe you have realized the value of taking care of you over others, making sure that your emotions, you know, that you don't allow other people to push your buttons, so to speak. And I think maybe that's a lesson learned from the last year that will serve you well in the year ahead.
So this is the lesson from the last year?
Hmm.
Okay. Right. Maybe last year, around this time of your birthday, there were some things that maybe had you emotionally kind of working a little bit. You were processing things. Maybe you were also looking at the sense that you realize that to some degree you have a volatile edge. Hey, I'm your dark twin as a Scorpio, so I totally get that. I know you, Kara, because my dark twin's probably worse than yours, or my dark inner side. At any
No
rate,
comment.
this no comment. Let's make it official. No. at,
Come on.
at any rate,
Come on.
it really does feel, Carol, like, that was the thing, was that it was a timeout moment that made you start to realize this is something you do have to, consider how you handle it.
Shirley,
I
I
have.
got the Unbridled Spirit
Oh,
Tarot.
yeah, it's nice.
I'll be debuting it on Sunday's show. It's really nice. It's a horse themed tarot. It's
Hi,
really nice.
Winter Lady.
Winter Lady, welcome. I
Welcome to
recognize you from Blue Sky, and you just followed us there. Welcome to
Thank
the
you.
show. You can add Winter Lady to
I
the
will.
list.
And Shirley, I got a deck too that has a number of horses in the cards, and it's really wonderful. So I want to share that with you eventually too on our show.
All right, so the gift of the present moment for Kara. Well, this is what do we have? The Queen. Okay. Well, the gift of the present moment. This is really interesting. It's the card we just had for the collective. It's the Six of Discs, Six of Pentacles,
I
and
put it to the right.
Six of Pentacles. And so this is the present moment is
Oh, so that's who Winter Lady is. Aw, aw.
you know, I somewhat suspected that, but I wasn't sure. So we've got two couples following us, Fiber and Carl, and who are not here today.
It
Fiber
sounds
Magic.
like the makings of a coven.
I'm wearing the hat Fiber Magic made for me, the lucky hat. So at any rate, Kara,
Horse
what
cards.
you give out right now will return to you. So send out that positive energy. Send out good things. You know, you have a lot of good feeling right now as this is your birthday season. So, I mean, share that with others. Be gracious, be kind, be generous as you can with your time or your energy or your supporting
It's
others, and it will come back to you.
it's the Six of Coins again.
Yeah, that's what
Yes,
I said.
I know. I'm just kind of
Yeah.
going in between here. And so the gift of the present moment is maybe you realize that, this has been a pretty good season for you, including your birthday time too, that, there is a lot of giving to give and receiving to acknowledge the giving. This is a good lesson right now.
All right, card three, the gift from your connection with others in this next year. Uh oh.
Well, easy come, easy go.
Hold up. Let me just bring something up before I put this card out. Remember what I was saying here about not letting people push your buttons and that you've learned that lesson from last year? You might be able to put it to good use this year because with your relations with others, you have the Three of Cups reversed. So I think here this is a time to set some boundaries with others and also to realize who your true friends and tribe is. It's the people who really are there when you need them and vice versa. You're there for them. Are they there for you? Are they supporting you properly? Are they elevating you and uplifting you rather than, trying to bring you down? So I think your connections with others this year may be about making good choices with the people you choose to invite into your circle.
You make good choices.
You make good choices.
So, well, it kind of plays back towards the other card about the emotionality that's going on, from last year, and maybe saying that you have been really trying to do some work on this. You have been trying to realize who it is, that you get along best with, who pushes your buttons, how to really, kind of manage all that. And so you realize that there are a lot of people who are your friends, but they're not necessarily your best advocates. So you have to have that mix of understanding who are the people you have friend with, who are the people who give you, what you really need on an advice or other levels. But I think it's good.
All right, card four is the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams and goals. And it is justice reversed. Well, okay, so spin it, Banshee. How do I spin that? You know what? I do have a thing to say, and it's going to be a little bit unusual, but I almost get the sense here that out of a little bit of chaos, out of a little bit of, maybe when things seem to be when you maybe feel scattered or a little bit out of balance, actually you can use that energy to move forward on your goals. I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes in the midst of chaos, we come up with really good ideas. We come up with really smart thinking. And so I think here that during times of imbalance, you'll be able to make smarter choices. You'll just be able to, work on your goals better. Some people look, operate that way. I have to admit, as a somewhat of a writer, kind of a sideline writer, I work best, when things are really chaos and frazzled. I but I end up having to, realizing that, tuning that out a little bit, but it's just like that nervous energy, and I'm able to put it into my projects. I don't know why, but I kind of feel that way. It's really a
Well,
weird sort of
it is the
card.
justice card,
It
and
is.
and I'm going to go slightly different, which
Okay.
is that a wise person once told me
It's me.
to never accept injustice.
Oh.
And you don't even remember that, do you?
I
It's a very long time ago, sweetie.
well,
But
probably in
but
my
so that's the
my
vibe I
women's
get from
rights
this card,
days.
that maybe what this says is that through your connections with others, these vacillating emotions, these situations that maybe try to call you out or have you, be confronted, there is this idea that, when you realize, there is injustice in your life or around those that it affects you, that is a prime motivator to you to sort of get on your social justice pony, Kara, and come riding with the truth and set things right. So it is a huge motivator for you to realize that things are not fair in your life, or things are not fair that concern the lives of those you care about.
Despite the things that try to unbalance you, just work through it and find your balance. Find your balance. Don't allow, for example, other people to insert their needs over yours, right?
Good
And
point.
realize your own power thereof to set things right and to be able to make the time to work on your goals. How about the gift from your spirit guides and our ancestors in the year ahead? Ooh, this is so awesome. It's the moon reversed.
Reversed.
And
Put her over in this
this
corner.
side, you know what I see going on here? I kind of feel that, there'll be revelations through doing some work with your ancestors, work with your,
Yeah.
cards. I know you bought The Beloved Dead recently. What a perfect way to communicate with your ancestors and get important messages. I think there will be revelations for you this year by, trying to connect with ancestral energy.
I agree with that totally, Kara. I feel like this is a direct message from your ancestors, your spirit guides, saying there is a good, fruitful time for you to realize revelations, or that, if you seek, you shall find.
And finally, the last card's really amazing. The gift this year ultimately gives to you what lessons have you learned, or what progress or growth will you have achieved by year's end. And it's the Fool upright. Wow. So, I feel by year's end, you're just going to find yourself in a position to take some chances, take some risks. You're going to be trusting yourself more and maybe your judgment more, maybe the fact that you've set things right, you've set your boundaries with people. You're ready to embark on new adventures and start something new for yourself by year's end. And also what this might be saying, because this is the gift the year ultimately gives to you, is that maybe you realize now that without taking risks, nothing happens, in this year ahead. And so taking some chances and risks and believing in yourself, is going to be developing through this year.
There's that old song from the 60s, The Joker is Wild. That's the only words I know. Jerry and the
We're spared.
Pacemakers.
We're
Can't,
spared his
yes, you are
singing.
spared. Oh. Anyway,
Anyway,
the Joker is wild, Kara, and the Joker says, I know it's not the Joker, but he looks like a Joker. It's the Fool saying, trust your instinct that probably any path you are moving on in this year ahead, that this gift ultimately tells you your instinct will work for you, your instinct will trust for you, even if you are possibly making conscious decisions that belie that sense of your instinct won't let you do anything maybe that is totally dangerous. If something happens to you, it's meant to happen for a reason that will give you an insight, some knowledge. But other than that, you're good to
so
go.
it's like there's some mixed energy here for sure, but most of it, is really positive for the year ahead. I just love the moon under the ancestral wing here and your spirit guides. You can really make some connections and get some wisdom this year by, going within and doing more meditative work, doing more work with cards and tools that allow you to receive these messages and watching out for the signs and synchronicities that let that either one of the ancestors, the gods that you hold dear, or your spirit guides are trying to contact you. I think it's an awesome year.
Lean to the left a little bit, and Sonny is also going to give his blessing. Lean to the left. Come on. Look. See? Hi, Sonny says hi to you.
Ah, that's cute.
No, it isn't. It's silly.
It's silly.
All
That's
right.
what we have for you, Kara. Happy birthday. Hope
Happy
you had a great
birthday.
one. Hope you have a great solar year. Good luck ahead. All right. Let's move on. Let's get going here. I just updated the list, but did I copy it? No.
You're welcome. All right. And so, once again, that was the Tarot of the Northern Shadows that we used for this birthday reading.
And
And Jennifer is up.
Jennifer is up. Was there anybody else who came in?
No, I think Winter Lady is our last
Okay.
visitor so far.
Awesome.
I'll
Let me
check
make
to
sure.
see.
No, I think you're right.
Yep.
I'm going to move the birthday spread for now, and let's get rolling.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Yes, thanks for your patience. They take a little longer, but we're always happy to do that for our followers.
Yeah, that's our little sunshine kitty, Winter Lady.
Now, Sunny is not here today. Whenever we do our live shows on the first floor, Sunny is always there. He's always there for a regular.
There's not enough room for him here back on this room with us, so we
He's
had
our
to close the
unofficial
door.
therapy
Yeah.
cat. And also, we do have two other ones. Shadow comes up on the table occasionally, but not sassy so much.
She used to in the early days.
She did. All right, Jennifer, let's see what I have for you here for happy hour. Hey, I like it. We all need this sometimes. It's the four of swords, and the four of swords says, "Hey, how about getting a little bit more rest? How about lightening up on yourself a little bit, trying to decompress, de-stress, and get a little bit more rest. or do the things that maybe feel restful to you. For example, sitting by a pond or a babbling brook or a river, taking a walk in the woods. Not something where you're like really pushing yourself and pumping, but where you're really relaxing and letting yourself go and letting all the troubles or stress or feelings of dis-ease, fall right off of you.
I like the imagery of being in a nest,
Me too.
I'm wondering if this is saying that this is a pause before something new happens too, that maybe at this point, you're sort of taking that rest or that rest is coming to you because you are poised to maybe do something really new, to birth something new in your life or have something new happen for you. And it's all good, of course. It's not like any kind of, dangerous event happening, but you just need to maybe conserve a little strength or pull a little rest into yourself so that you can be ready to face this.
Yeah, I like that. And I just think that this week, make sure you just take care of yourself. And if it means too that maybe, some of the outside world or pressures are getting to you, have a little bit of alone time, in particular, downtime is very important.
All
Good luck
righty.
with that.
Good luck, Jennifer.
All right. We are
And Lena is up. Hi, Lena.
on, Lena. So, just a reminder to everybody, this is a single card positive message for the week ahead if you don't know that already, but you should. All right. Okay. I've got a new machine here, people. No more bad keyboard, no more craziness. It's working fantastic. So, I'm pretty happy.
Yes, my bank account is not working as fabulous, but
Our
it
bank
needed
account.
it
It's
needed to happen.
ours. It needed to happen. I mean, it's a turnabout is fair play. I bought him numerous computers over the years.
Numerous, yeah.
Numerous.
There were at least 10.
Well, ones that we shared as well.
Sharing is caring. Alrighty, so Lena, look at that. You have judgment.
Ooh.
And judgment says, arise out of yourself. Just like that picture there. This could be saying there's some deep inner awakening of some sort. There's some sense of you coming to the surface of your consciousness or the surface of activities. Maybe you've been contemplative in certain ways, but now it's going to expand in a way that allows you to maybe see things you truly were not seeing before or getting. You're sort of rising to meet this occasion.
Feel here that, something inside of you wants out. Look at that. They want out. They want, and not to run away from you or anything, but I mean, it's a part of you that you need to express to the world now, and not be afraid to do it. Heed the call of judgment. This is a time for rebirth. Maybe there's some hidden talents or things about you that you have, even if it's mindsets, etc., that you have been maybe suppressing or keeping down. It's time to release that to the world. The world needs to see, you know, that facet of you. And I think here Spirit is saying that this will make, once you do that, you will almost feel like a new person.
Lena, a lot of times when you come to us on our shows, your questions are about things that you hope to happen or expect to happen in terms of relationships or your career. And I sort of feel like this is saying you are moving towards that occasion, that maybe this is saying something will happen in those other situations where you actually are able to meet directly in some form that situation and maybe have impart into it. So good luck with that.
And also, don't be I think this card is also saying you are a free spirit, and don't allow yourself to be too critical about yourself. Just allow your spirit to be what it's meant to be, right?
All right.
Good luck with that.
Good luck, Lena. And we're going to move on to Noha.
Noha is up. Hi,
Hi,
Noha.
Noha. And I dropped a card,
Don't drop my cards.
but I picked it up already.
Trying to get the list. Here we go. All right. So this was a busy week. I had to migrate stuff to my new computer. We ran around to buy decks. Wow, that was tough. No, but I mean, oh, and we saw a movie last night. We saw the Marvel Thunderbolts movie. How could I
Yes.
forget?
And it was a cool movie. I liked it a lot.
It was good.
Alrighty. So,
Oh, Noah.
Noha, you have the moon.
Well, and you have it here to let you know that this week may be a very intuitive week for you. You know, and in a sense, I think what you find out will be positive. You know, it's almost as if you're going to be picking up some signs from others, you know, reading people, you understand what they want or need or how they're feeling about you. This is like revel this is like well, I'm kind of reading the card both ways here, I guess, is what I'm doing. There are mysteries here to be found too in this week ahead. And I think that you can do that by trusting your intuition. Maybe you'll see some signs and synchronicities and you might be confused as to what they mean. Hey, Google is your friend. Right? You know, if you see a certain animal and you're wondering what that significance is because you feel it's unusual that you have seen it, look it up. There's so many different messages out on, on the internet that can help you with that.
So, Noha, I'm also seeing the idea here that maybe um, there's a little bit of turbulence in your life or that may be coming to you. And what you will feel is that you really need to relax and go into yourself a little bit. There may be a particular emotional situation that you're going to understand a little bit better if you take the time to do that. It may be relating to people's emotions or certain tides that are moving in and out of your life. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't get a definite idea, just that there's something kind of rolling around in the background.
But, is now thinking of communicating. Well, I
That's
think
interesting.
here, I would just say in answer to that, but I threw that out there. We could look at that question more fully, on our regular shows. We don't usually take questions on this show. But the moon here indicates to me that there are mysteries surrounding this, maybe, and you might be able to get some signs one way or the other in this week ahead. So pay attention to that. But this could be just about something else in general as well.
Hi, Fiber. We were
Oh
wondering.
my
Oh,
God.
you're busy. I see. Well, we
Oh.
appreciate you dropping in.
So we'll throw
Hi,
cards for you
Carl.
if you
We'll
want to
throw
come
cards for
back
you
and
guys.
look at them.
Yeah.
We'll be happy
So,
to do that.
Noha, the thing too that you mentioned about W and Cancer, and of course, the moon is the ruler of Cancer. So I think that's kind of an interesting tie in there. Um, it may be that this is going to happen, but it may happen in a really more subtle way. You know, that's the moon's energies of unconscious filtering there. So maybe it will be. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
And maybe we'll see you tomorrow and we can answer the
Yeah.
question more
Yeah.
directly.
All right. Oh, hold on. Did
Happy
I?
Beltane Fiber
I didn't do
to
it.
you and all your friends and guys out there.
Yeah, I hope you're
Carl.
enjoying yourselves. Okay, let me do this right.
Appreciate it. And if you need to see your reading later, you can always check it in later when you're,
All
where
right.
Wi-Fi is more stable. So we're going to
Well,
move on now to Divine. Hi,
I know
Divine.
wearing the lucky hat today. Was that my pull or yours? It was.
That was
Yeah.
mine.
Okay.
I'm glad you're having fun. There are some belting things happening around the area, but we're probably not heading out to any of them.
I was supposed to go to a protest today, but I'm not
It's
sure
too
if I
far
can
away
do
and
it.
stuff.
Well,
It is
there's
kind of a far.
one in
When
Trenton
is that at?
at 5-ish.
Oh,
That
okay.
was when we were going to work out, though. So, dilemma, dilemma. Really need another workout, I think. Okay, especially after all the popcorn at the movie theater.
Yes. So
Okay, Divine, let's see what we have for you here today. Well, Divine, it's the Queen of Swords.
all right.
You know, the Queen of Swords can be looked upon as being very serious. You know, she's got a very serious demeanor here. She's deep in thought. But that's the important thing. I think you're going to be deep in thought about certain things in your life this week, determining maybe what your next course of action or move or decision will be on moving forward. I think you may have an important decision this week. But you know what? I think that this introspection will be good for you on a lot of levels. Um, you might be able to sort out excuse me, some really important matters. And, you'll feel better after you do that. Sometimes we just need to step back and really give something some careful thought and objective thought to look at things from all angles. You may feel a certain way about yourself or your life, etc. But how about stepping outside that box a little bit and looking at things a bit more objectively?
You know, Divine, I don't know if we ever say this to you too much or too little, because I realize like we know a lot about your life from what you've told us and shared with us. But I feel like this card says it's all good, but you have to realize that sometimes the decisions you feel you have to be made with your sense of strength and knowing it is good for you. And I realize too, that sometimes there's controversy or conflict in your life with different people that are going on about some of these decisions because you make decisions that regard, your parent or your children or things like that. And you should just feel you should have no questions or qualms about the decision you need to make, Divine, because it is the right one. And you should just not let others try to influence you. You're willing to take those lumps, and they're not going to be too much in the way of lumps. You'll do fine.
You'll do fine because it's happy hour.
It's happy hour. That's right.
We always do fine. Good luck with that, Divine. And I got to talk to Winter Lady about this deck because
Yeah.
this is, well, we have hundreds of decks here, and I have a fair amount of creators that I really feel good about collecting their cards. Ciro Marchetti, um, MJ Cullinane, to name a couple. And now we have Chris Ann. And Chris Ann's deck is so amazing. This deck, we use it a lot for our readings when we go to read in person because it is so evocative. We always see something, different when we look at this deck. Something else stands out to us and calls our attention to it. There's just so much great imagery in this deck, and I love it.
Right. And when we're doing happy hour or situations where the cards can come up maybe more than once during that session, we're still able to find some real different nuances that are specific to the person we're reading for. So it's not like, yeah, here's that card again and it means that again. No, it told us something different this time that maybe is more uh, particular to that person. Thanks for
And it's
sharing
the
that.
perfect deck for happy
It
hour.
is.
And who doesn't like that High Priestess card, with her eyes open and shut at the same time? That's like genius. I really love that image. It's like, wow, that sold the deck to me right there, seeing it on the box.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, all right, I think it's my.
Yeah, it's a great deck.
Yeah, I have that on my Kindle actually, so I have that also. It
All right.
came out, what was it, I don't remember when it came out, last summer or fall, something like that.
So we are on Naya. And
Hi,
I think we
Naya.
probably have enough of a list to consider closing it, maybe. We
Maybe
don't
we'll
have to
see
do it
if
right at the
we
moment,
get,
but we're about 22 and
we'll see if we get one more.
yeah, that sounds okay. All right.
I guess it's our official happy hour deck because it's really all we've been using. Except we use Colette Baron Reed's Good Tarot for the collective.
Now you have the sun.
Nice.
Now the sun means that there's an illumination happening, that there are maybe wonderful things you're finding out. You're not finding out, bad things, they may be there, but this emphasis is really on the good things in your life. This could be about children. This could be about, couplings with friends or between yourself and other people.
Oh,
It really feels like someone.
wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Well, where's Cardboard and Winter Ladies on the list, but I don't see Cardboard.
Alrighty, so we screwed up. I was so excited to see you, Cardboard. I forgot to add you to the list. So better luck next time. No,
No,
I'm kidding.
we're going to do your reading next because I don't know where you fell on the list. So we'll do your reading next.
But Stealth Incarnate, you are the ninja master.
That's funny. I'm sorry to have interrupted, but I'm looking. I'm like, where's Cardboard?
Well, we can
Anyway,
figure out where he came in and then just throw him in there. But I like the idea. Let's just push him in there.
so you want me to go ahead?
Go ahead. Yeah.
You know, what happier card could you get in Happy Hour than the Sun, right? I mean, there are other cards that are happy in various different ways, but the Sun is about joy and happiness and joy in life. Everything seems to be going well this week for you. I think this is going to be a good week ahead for you. I think this is going to be a happy week ahead for you. Maybe you're going to get some news that's going to make you feel more optimistic and happy and bring joy into your life, whatever the case may be, whether it's something good coming to you or somebody else close to you. Something is going to make you feel really pretty darn good this week.
Indeed.
Really,
So
all I
good luck
can
with
say.
that.
Good luck with that.
And I checked the list. Cardboard came in right after Marita, who was our next one. So we could just do it that way. We'll do Marita and then we'll go to the Cardboard.
Okay, I would have been happy either way.
Well,
All right, we'll do it after Marita.
let's ask
Let's do
Marita how
Marita.
they feel.
Well, I think everybody would understand.
I didn't,
I
but
hate
not
to
everybody
change
do.
what I say. Smack, smack.
Hey, I can give as good as I get. Let's turn the cameras off of us.
Oh, that hurt. Ouch.
Hi, Marita. We're doing your card reading now.
Just ignore this crazy man. I don't know where he's coming from sometimes. All right, Marita is up. Well, if you're being so smart about it, why didn't you put Cardboard in there then right after Marita? I
I
will
don't
do
know
it.
why.
Whoops, except I misspelled it. There, there. All right.
I feel like playing the Jeopardy thing when you do that. Da da da.
Did you
I
pull?
did the last
You
one.
pulled the sun? Wow,
Yes, I did.
it's amazing.
I also pulled the moon.
Yeah, yeah, you did. Did you? I guess you did.
So I rule.
Whatever. Whoa, let's grab that. Yay!
Yay
Well,
for
talk
Marita.
about another happy
Oh, I like
golden
this. I hope it's
card.
really good for you.
It's the Nine of
The
Cups.
Nine of Cups, Marita.
Marita. Well, this is a week you could obtain something you truly desire, something you want to manifest in your life. Maybe you're going to find it's going to be a lot easier to manifest it this week. Something comes your way that may put you on the path to achieving something you truly desire.
Well, we know that you're very concerned about your employment, and that there have been some situations that you've been interested in, have worked out, haven't quite worked out. This card is held to be the wish card. If it's not the idea that it fulfills a wish, it is the idea that something you really want can happen, or that there is that appreciation for things that bring real joy or contentment to your life. So I feel like this is the opportunity, that maybe something will be a breakthrough. If it's not exactly for, the thing you wish for the most, it may still represent something that is a strong desire for you, something that you really want to happen, or something that would bring some happiness into your life. this is the time where it could happen.
Well, and since this is happy hour, I would say this too, that even if anything comes your way, like for example, if this is your fondest wish right now to get a job, etc., if anything comes your way this week that looks like a good opportunity for you, jump on it.
Yeah,
Do the work
right.
because what this is saying is doing that work
Jump.
has a payoff, right? Jump on it. So it may be that some good opportunities, if something doesn't come through for you from the application, there could be a good opportunity may come your way that you should just jump on, and the universe might respond. So keep your eye open for things this week to make your wishes, your dreams, whichever one you want to come to fruition, happen.
I sure hope
Good
that's
luck with
good
that.
luck for you for whatever it can possibly be for you, Marita. I
That
think
will do.
Banshee said it just right. The idea that um, opportunities or things may present themselves, but there still is a part of you embracing that and moving towards that. So good luck.
All right.
All right, Cardboard.
Carbide
And
is up finally.
Cardboard is our good friend. We
Oh, good.
love
We
the
just
stuff.
met not that
Well, we
long
just
ago.
met,
I mean,
but
virtually.
you've known him longer.
Yeah.
But Cardboard has a very interesting YouTube channel, and you should check it out if you like tarot cards. And if you like Mr. O singing, well, then you need to hear Mr. Cardboard singing.
Mr. Mr. O
It's
was
not really
listening.
singing, is it?
Mr. O was
You're
listening in
welcome.
as I was playing the song today, and I have to say you handled that five of sword. It was really interesting combination of cards when I think about it, and that was the perfect way to put that together. So I liked that a lot. Made sense.
All right, so Cardboard, look at that.
Ooh, hey.
Shazam! Queen of Wands energy. This is like really saying there's something really fiery that's about to happen for you. You're pouring all of your super energy of charm, bravery, confidence, charisma, right into it, and something powerful could happen to you. This could be saying really this is you leading. You're leading something here, or you're expressing yourself in such a positive way, you are bound to be noticed.
Maybe this is your YouTube channel. I mean, when you look at what's in her hand, okay, that spark that's going to light all these candles. I mean, it may seem, and believe me, oh my gosh, have we been there? So, it takes a while to build, to reach an audience. Let's put it that way. And I feel here that little spark that you are setting off for yourself, in social media land is taking off. Maybe it's in some other area of your life. Maybe it's in some other goal that you're trying to accomplish. But whatever it is, you have started a fire here, a small flame that's going to be reach out and touch other people. And I love this card for that because it shows how this queen's charisma really lights up other people's lives, right?
Yeah, so that's a good point there too, that the Queen of Wands really does the work for herself, but the work is also modeling behavior, inspiring others, letting others catch that energy flow and move in their own direction or in a similar one.
Keep doing what you're doing. Gotta say, good luck with that.
Thanks for visiting.
I expect you to surpass us someday with followers.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Absolutely.
but that doesn't mean that we're not going to keep trying to have more. Let's make it a race.
Did I pull that Queen of Wands? I did.
I think I did.
What?
This,
I keep thinking I'm shuffling a lot here. But anyway,
yes, that does seem sort of privileged of you.
whatever.
Just keep singing.
Everything is up.
I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band. I wish.
It's never too late, Mr. O. Look at all those old musicians out there still playing the rock songs.
I
I've been
tend to like
concerts where I
progressive
should
rock
have
more
maybe.
than any other rock card art, and I like the British progressive rock the most. I love the Moody Blues. I've never seen them. I always miss my chance to see
I thought
them.
I saw them once. I think I saw
Yeah,
them once with
you
Cher.
might have, but I didn't see them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I like Yes, I like Genesis, I like Pink Floyd, I like Queen. Queen is not exactly a progressive rock band, but they some of their earlier music from their first couple albums was indeed quite progressive. Definitely not very radio playable. Did I miss anybody? Emerson, Lake and Palmer, another
ELP.
group I did not ever get to see, but I love their music too. Exactly. Yep.
Okay, Preeti. Did I not post the list? I did. Well, you've got a repeat
Oh,
card.
that's
It's a
interesting,
nice one.
lady. Thank you.
It is the Four of Swords, upright. Of course, they're all upright at happy hour. You know, the Four of Swords
It's a
just
repeat.
really encourages you to pull back a little bit and take care of you now. You know, this is a time, like if you feel like a lot of pressures from the outside world, or let's just say you haven't been feeling yourself lately. I had a card for the collective today that I posted that talks about that. That something may be draining you, making you feel out of sorts. It's time to replenish your energy. It's time to give yourself the loving care that maybe you put into other things or people. It's time to do that for yourself right now and take a break. Take a much needed break. You'll feel so much better. You'll feel re energized. You'll feel emotionally happier. So do it. Just do it.
You know, in a mundane way, this could also be saying too that this is a time for you to get away a little bit. Maybe there's a mini vacation or a long weekend where you can just do that kind of thing. Just say like, I'm taking the phone off the hook. I'm turning my phone off. I'm turning off everything, and I'm just going to chill here. If that's appropriate for you, that could be what this is saying, Preeti. It is Preeti, right? Yep. And
Yep.
it's also saying that maybe this is the time, even if that doesn't apply exactly, for you to realize that you do need to rest a little bit, that there is something that needs to recharge. And so, even if this isn't about a vacation or whatever, this is about saying, do that within yourself. Bring peace or rest into yourself if that's all you can do, because it will be helpful.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. You know, I guess it's time for me to admit to Winter Lady, for example, that this deck is our third Light Seers
I already
Tarot
told them
deck.
that earlier,
Oh,
the thread.
I missed that. It's our third deck. Yes, that's how much we love this one.
Rocked
So.
and stomped.
The only other deck that I've recently bought other copies of was my Spirit Within Tarot that I use on my Material Matters show, and Cyril Marchetti's Lenormand, which his expanded version Lenormand, which I had to buy another copy of because it was getting too worn because I love that deck. Anyway,
You're welcome,
so
Preeti. And I'm drawing a blank on the
oh,
pentatonics sing. Maybe you can help me out.
this is my time to announce the list is closed, but everybody who is currently on the list will get a reading. So I'm going to put the note out
So don't
there.
go away.
So don't go away. You will get a reading. And let me pin it. And then I will get the list out. Siama is up.
Just put those little signs there.
And I pulled that card. Your turn.
Alrighty.
And of course, when we end the show, we do readings for ourselves and we do a namaste blessing for everybody. So we will do that
So stay tuned for that if you wish.
if you wish. I know we're going into a little bit of overtime today because we did the birthday reading for Kara, which we're very happy to do. You know, Kara, we didn't give you a happy card, did we?
Maybe we'll throw one at the end with
Maybe we'll throw
ours.
one at the end before we do ours. I like that. You should still get a happy card. Everybody's got to be happy for the week ahead.
All right, Siama. Well, this card keeps coming up, so maybe there's something going on in the spiritual realms that are saying, this is a time to express your care for others because they will express that for you. And so that's talking about something that's not necessarily material, but this does translate to the material world too. That this is saying really generosity knows no borders, no membranes too thick enough to not let some sort of crossover happen. So realize that when you give anything of yourself in love or care or support to someone else, somehow, some way, you will be rewarded for that. Something will come back to you, Siama, honest.
Give a little bit to others this week unconditionally. This is also a card of unconditional generosity. And yeah, there is a flow about it. Whether you get something tangibly back or you just feel good about yourself for doing it, that's what matters here. And I think, too, that it doesn't take necessarily, well, I have to go work at a soup kitchen, or I have to, give money to somebody on the street, or I mean, it could be all of that, or give to donate my time to a voluntary organization. It could be all of that, or it could just be being kind to others, just giving them a smile, asking how their day is, making them feel, seen and heard. I think, that too is a part of this energy. It's a more material card than that in some ways, but on the other hand, I think all of this matters. All of this matters, and it just keeps a nice flow going. I think you'll find this week ahead too to be one that's going to be very even for you. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back in return. Whatever energy you put into a project, you're going to get the results back from what you put into it. So, good luck with that.
All right.
And we are on
Jackie.
Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
Hello to our friend from across the pond.
All right.
You're welcome, Siama. It's your shuffle,
It
right?
is my shuffle. Just getting the list out. All right.
I'm going to just take a moment to remind everybody that we will be back this Thursday.
Thursday? This
Sunday.
Sunday.
Well, we're going to be back Thursday too.
Yes, we will be. Sunday first, though.
Maybe I was going to say that. You don't know that. Okay,
Okay.
you do. We'll be back tomorrow, 2 to 4, okay? And you can ask other questions if you want. But we'll
And
also
if
be
you
back
want to
Thursday, 7 to 9.
sip coffee with us in the morning, we'll be there for my show, my Material Matters video.
Yes.
We're live in the chat for that show. I like to chat up the readings a little bit and just talk to people. So you can join us at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for that.
And right, it's no questions. It's just a chance to kind of gab about the readings for each sign of the zodiac. Find out your complete economic forecast for the week ahead with Banshee tomorrow. I'm there too.
Well, okay, this is for Jackie. Hey, Jackie, bang that drum. Bang it good,
And go ride a horse.
and go ride a horse. Well, I think there's a lot of movement in this card, Jackie. I think this is going to be a week of activity, positive activity that's moving you in a direction that you want to take. I think here that you're going to be very motivated to work on something that's important to you this week. Maybe it's just something that pops into your head, a creative inspiration of some sort. I see a lot of, creative energy when I see that drum there. So it could be that. It could also be just putting your thoughts and your actions towards something you really want to move forward at this time. And doing so will, of course, make you feel really good.
It's the night.
It is the
Yeah.
night.
So nights are about movement, and wands are about energy that is charismatic and drawing to you. So maybe the movement involves how other people are responding to whatever you're doing with them, or even in their sort of worlds too. That when you say something very interesting to associates or friends, that draws them closer to you. And so you're feeling like this energy for this week really favors you in terms of making inroads with people or situations. If you're working on things where maybe you have to stay on top and handle it because of it's some sort of sense of business, you're going to inspire people to want to cooperate with you. People are going to see something about you that's charming, brave, noble, whatever it is, and feel like they want to work with you. They want to cooperate with you, and you are cooperating with them.
Oh, nice
Ah,
card.
you know what it is. Okay.
Good luck with that.
Good luck, Jackie. Was that you or me?
Shirley.
Surely I should have saved the horse card for you.
Yeah, there are many horses in this. Well, there are, of course, with knights and
You're welcome,
kinds of other
Jackie.
animals.
Welcome.
All right, let's see. Shirley is up. Right. So, going to introduce a new deck for our cards for the collective for the 2 weeks ahead. It's my choice this week. And I decided to lighten things up a little bit. We've had some heavy, interesting decks to read from in the last few times we've been rotating through decks. I'm going to use something newer that I got, which is out of this world. It's called the Galactic Star Tarot, and it's got a theme of it's kind of got a starseed light theme, um, which I don't totally gravitate to the starseed thing, but I love sci-fi and I love outer space motifs, and this deck really drew me in, and so I'm really happy to start using this one more frequently. I've been using it on our live shows recently, and now I'm going to use it for the collective.
And this may be a very obscure musical reference for some people,
Uh-oh.
but Sun Ra, who is sort of more the
Sun Ra.
jazz person who said, "Space is the place."
Space is the place. Been getting more spacey decks lately.
Surely, I don't know how this happened, but bam, you're
What?
getting the Knight or the Queen of Wands too. So there's a lot of creative and warm energy around some of the cards recently. Surely this is a chance for you to pull up your charismatic dress or panties and just sort of go out there like saying like I am robed with the energy of my personality, my presence, my vivaciousness, my charm, all my energy rolled into one sweet package that is you, Shirley. And this is saying you can conquer this week. You can really direct your energies to be creative or to pull others towards you. That's the nature of these kind of cards. Um, it's going to be a really big week, I think, maybe.
And I have to kind of go in line with Mr. O a little bit here. I kind of feel, Shirley, that like a magnet, you will attract what it is you want or desire in this week ahead. Whether it's better business conditions, whether it's somebody, that you're interested in. I have a feeling here that, it's going to be pretty easy for them to see your charm, see the passion you have for your work, or perhaps for them. And they are going to be very attracted to your energy this week. This is a time to capitalize on that. Put yourself out there in some area where you want to attract attention, an audience, or a certain someone. So good luck with that.
And I put the red on the frame there so that it shows that charged, fiery energy. So
Here
this is
we
going to
go,
be your
Winter
shuffle.
Lady.
Winter Lady.
All
Hey.
right, thanks for joining us, Winter Lady,
Yeah,
with your.
thank you for joining us.
All right, we love doing this show. It's just,
We do.
I mean, we have to be a little hard hitting on our other shows at times, depending on the cards we get. But
This is
here,
challenging too, though. We all
it
know
is
that there are
challenging.
cards that are like, how in the heck am I going to make this one be a happy hour card? It's the Five of Swords. Ah, we do it.
It's,
We just do it. We
we
figure
just
it out.
now don't jinx my cards for Winter Lady.
No. Hey, I'll eat that card if it's the five of swords. And guess what? We're due to get another deck anyway, so why not?
Oh my gosh.
Huzzah!
All right. Is it really my draw?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I don't know.
That's right. You got it. Oh no, I'm gonna have to eat it.
Yay!
No,
No,
I'm not
don't
gonna
do
have to eat
that.
it.
Yay. Okay. This card is TFT's
Unofficial.
unofficial party card.
The Four of Wands.
It's the Four of Wands. The Four of
Yay!
Wands.
It's a big tent. Come on in.
A big tent, come on in. You're welcome here, for example, at our silly weekly party. And
I just remember what she said about fiber. Getting my fiber by eating the card.
ah, that's funny. That's funny. And I think here, this is you may have something to celebrate this week. Maybe some good news is going to come your way, some reason to feel good about life again. And this may be a call to pull people together and celebrate. Perhaps you're having some sort of get together in the week ahead or being invited to one.
I like what you're saying there. That's probably a big part of it, Winter Lady.
Awesome.
Could definitely
That is
apply.
perfect. That absolutely could apply. So I think clearly, this is going to be a great time, and you're going to feel a lot of positive energy from this that will carry you through the week ahead.
I
Okay?
always like the aspect of the big tent, and of course there's, various ways of looking at the big tent. There's a political way. We're not going there. But the
Not
big
at
tent
happy hour.
But the big tent really is the idea that sometimes, and there we are again with that wand energy, we are feeling charismatically other people's energy fields, and our fields are just sort of talking to each other and saying, "You are welcome. Come in there." A lot of times in my life, Winter Lady, people said, "I feel like I know you. Like I know you. You look like somebody. You feel like somebody." And after many years, I realized it's part of my aura, my vibe. And I feel like other people have that too. We have the kind of auras or vibrations that make people feel like I want to know you or I do already know you. And I think this card expresses that in the Four of Wands that whatever you're doing, yeah, and you said with friends,
Yep.
you're going to be the big focal point of the energy, I think, for this or whatever else is happening in this week ahead.
So good luck with that. I
Good luck,
think it's
Winter Lady.
awesome. I love seeing this
Awesome
card.
show for you today, I hope.
Love seeing this card pop up at happy hour. And now, I don't know that they're still here, but we're on Fiber Magic, and then Carl.
Yeah, I'm the same way pretty much. People have come up to me and they're sure they know me. And I'm a Scorpio, so I know if I know somebody or if I don't. I'm like, no, I don't know you, but I eventually figured it out. It's just something I did that,
All right.
didn't I?
What? Oh,
Did I do that?
no, I did.
Oh.
Ah, see, I'm thinking, yeah. I can't trust your judgment on whose turn it is to the cards. I do feel like I've been shuffling them more this time. I don't know why.
Well, feelings, nothing more than feelings.
Ah, oh, I still got April on that calendar. I got to change that calendar. Good grief.
All right, Fiber Magic, and you're at your Grove event today. We wish you much success. Happy Beltane to you guys.
Gosh, I was a little late with my Beltane message the other day, but I did get it out there.
All right, Fiber,
Ooh.
you are suspended. Not from class, not from
You're just
circle.
hanging.
You're
You're
just
just
hanging.
with the peeps in the woods. Maybe, maybe what you're doing today will give you a lot of things to think about. Uh, Maybe that's what's going on here. I almost feel maybe there is some sort of connection today. You're tapping into some of that Beltane energy to come up with some creative ideas or solutions or problem solving or just moves that you need to make in your own life. Maybe that's what's going to come out of this.
It is the Beltane
Yeah.
season, and I get the feeling like there's something almost, ritualistic in the posture or the way
Oh,
they're displayed
absolutely.
there. It's forming a triangle. This is a moment of suspension fiber where maybe you are meant to go in a little deeper into yourself, not just yourself, but maybe even into the parts of yourself that control your ego, your personality. And maybe this is saying to you, look at that, ascertain what has worked well for you, what parts of your ego can be defrayed a little bit as you push forward towards your goals. I know you're working on your next book, or it's probably done. Things like that, the other goals you have for your grove, and your involvement in other things. This is a moment for you to look at that and really feel something from that, feel that sense of an inspiration, something that Spirit wants you to focus on that maybe works through any ego situations that are going on in your life.
Yeah. So I like it. I like it. And I just think too, it's funny, in a way, because this person's hanging from a tree and you're out in the woods. So
Getting ready to
I do
do a
feel you
mental.
are just hanging out. Good luck with that. Yeah, I think you pull for Caro. No, you pulled that, right?
I did, I
Okay,
guess.
I
I
think
don't really remember. But it's one of the things about having a moderator that did kind of keep us on track with some of that. But we do okay.
we do okay. So we're reading for Carl, and that is our last reading.
Yes,
And we will read for ourselves
it's
and close the show.
11:11.
Wow. Carl, let's see what I get for you.
So if you don't mind saying, Winter Lady, where are you and Cardboard located? What part of the...
What part of the mitten or whatever?
Are you in Michigan?
Yeah, they are Michiganders.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay. That's why they said something about Earth lore.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've ever been to Earthlore. It's a fantastic store. Of course, Crazy Wisdom in Ann Arbor is fantastic, and Arts and Crafts that we go to on the western side of the state is
In
really
Michigan. Okay.
wonderful as well. All right. Well,
All right.
Carl, you're kind of hanging too, in a way. You got the Four of Cups. There's a lot of ruminating going on between the two of
Definitely
you,
some contemplation.
Fiber and your significant other and you. I think with the Four of Cups here, um, this is a time maybe to step back and assess how much. Well, what more are you willing to do in your life, or should you do more in your life right now? What more are you willing to take on at this time? Or what maybe should you decide maybe you should decide to let it go. It looks like opportunities may be coming your way to do something or to get involved in something, but you should assess carefully where you are at and if you can really take this on at this time. I think here sometimes you have to make room for those new opportunities that only maybe come once in a great while. So if something looks like a really great opportunity this week, what can you do to fit that into your
How much
life
more
and
can
your
they do?
schedule?
Well, we don't know, but we're going to find out, eh, Fiber? Carl?
um, and I think here also, if you have been struggling right now with your workload, with the things in your life that you've been doing, it is time to step back a little bit so that you can really figure out what you need to do about it. And I think this week you'll come up with some positive solutions in that regard.
I don't know if it's because of what you said there, but Carl, I get the feeling like this card does have that usual connotation of that there are choices and there are things you want to consider, and maybe one choice is sort of there, but you haven't quite focused on it yet, but I'm looking at it from a little bit of a different way, like the idea that maybe there's some house cleaning going on. It's spring cleaning season
All
too
that stuff
still.
stacked
And the
up
idea
there,
is
those
that
cups.
some of these things you realize you cannot have necessarily, and so you have to decide maybe what it is you can let go in a responsible, reasonable way.
Oh, wow, that's funny.
Oh,
That
great.
is funny.
No
Well,
rest for the weary.
as I was just saying with Mr. O here, all these cups stacked up together, he's talking about cleaning house, so to speak. You have to decide, is there too much stacked up already? So if not, go for it. If it's something that would benefit you, more work, more money, etc., and you need that right now, consider it. But also, don't kill yourself in the process. Maybe find some things that you could kind of put back on the shelf for a while.
Alrighty.
So good luck with that. Mr. O, you are going to pick for me
No, I think we should
first.
do Kara's
Oh,
first.
Kara.
Kara.
Mr. O, draw for Kara. Kara gets a happy card. I forgot about that.
Kara's our friend.
Kara's been with us a while now, too, so we want to make you happy. And we missed your birthday. I feel bad about that still. I really thought, I guess I didn't realize
Me culpa.
his event. It's my bad. It was my bad.
All right. Kara, what do you got? Ooh. It kind of goes along with your birthday reading in a way,
Nice.
temperance, I feel.
Nice and even flow, I think there's
You're
there's
welcome
some
back.
level of contentment with this card, temperance, in that everything just seems really balanced right now. You feel good inside because, externally and internally, everything seems to be gelling right now and coming together. And that makes sense. Around the birthday time, we have a lot of fun. We pick our spirits up a bit. We balance it out. We may have some things that come up that can derail ourselves, but no, I think here you found the perfect balance for your week ahead. The harmony between the light and the dark aspects of self, everything is going accordingly.
Alrighty then.
Anything?
Yes, I do have something. I said before that I felt it kind of went along with
Oh,
your birthday reading too, and I think the idea really is that you have to, take the time to really discern all of these things that are going on, the various things you're called to do. Remember, we were talking about a time for contemplating new thoughts or resolving to finish certain things, that, you're being called to do. You need to have that space for that to happen. And that's why temperance is here, is saying there's sort of a sense of bringing yourself into the most contemplative mode you can do to deal with all of this.
that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right.
Well, sorry we closed the list, Russ. Mr. O did not put that sign up on the big screen, but oh, we have closed our list. Oh, my bad.
And it's also on that one. See, right there.
Oh,
And it's also on that one and that one. No, I did do that. People don't always look at the screen though.
well, Russ is just saying hi. So
Hi.
good to see you, Russ. But we got to close the list, and
Yeah, we're
I
in heavy overtime here.
am doing because we did a birthday reading for Kara because we had to cancel Thursday's show. Um, I am reading for Mr. O right now.
You are. Troops and whoops and whoops.
Hoops,
Poops.
poops,
Scoops.
scoops.
Dupes. No,
All right, we're not playing the rhyming war.
I am.
Oh.
Again. You're welcome, Kara.
Well, Mr. O, maybe you ought to be a little bit more fair about it.
Oh, am
No,
I going to have to be generous too, like everyone else here? Every other person got the Six of Cups. I think
Mr.
there's enough generous people. I don't have to be generous too.
Mr. O was very generous this week in allowing me to get my new computer. So I do appreciate that. I do think it will come back to you because now, of course, I will likely be able to film my shows again on my own, sometimes when needed. I haven't been able to do that in
That'll
a
do.
couple of weeks.
That'll
So
do.
there's this give and take that goes on here. And, you're going to be in that flow of that energy this week where, what you put out, you're going to get back. So,
Well, I don't have as much other events going on, so probably I can focus more on the more personal stuff. Yeah.
so this is a week where things just seem to flow and that everything seems to be balanced out. So I kind of like that, and I think we're finding that this last month that things are kind of balancing out.
Right?
No more major car repairs. Oops, I do have one
No, we
coming.
still have one.
Anyway, all right. That's what I have for you. What do you have for me? I'm
Oh,
going to get the
well,
Namaste
that's after
blessing
the cameras
cards.
turn off, dear.
Oh, okay. Shall I hold you to that?
Are we getting into innuendo territory?
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. All right, so here's what I have for you. Aw.
Oh,
It's a party, nothing but a party. So yes, you have a big tent yourself to walk into, just like Winter Lady or others. Hopefully you will find whatever you need there because it is very big. It's much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. It's kind of like a Doctor Who thing.
a Dr. Who thing.
And it's really all good because I think what this is saying is look forward to something that really celebrates what you've been wanting for a long time, something that really marks to the achievements you've been doing, plays to your highest energies of welcome and feeling good about people, celebrating with people. You're much more of a celebrator than I am in a way, the
Hardy, hardy.
month long birthday thing of
That's
yours,
right.
etc.
Well, it extended a little bit because I got birthday tarot cards yesterday.
Yes, you did.
Well, really more oracle than tarot, but
So
good stuff.
that's what you have going.
Let's see what we have going for the Namaste blessing for everyone.
Ah.
You got it. Oh, now that's very pretty.
Yes, it's a tree with a heart in it.
And oh, this is awesome for all of us. We're giving you today the blessing of good fortune. Rich and rewarding experiences bring you increased spiritual awareness at this time. Good fortune flows to you, and your third eye opens. You are inspired, feeling totally at peace. Life is a beautiful tapestry woven in threads of love. Wow. So good fortune in the week ahead. It could manifest in a variety of ways. For those of you, for example, I like what it said here. I wanted to read that again. Hold on. Brings you increased spiritual awareness at this time and third eye opening. Being around this seasonal celebration of Beltane, it might be that, this is going to open people up a little bit to some psychic energy, to the spirituality of the season, and that energy flowing through you can bring nothing but good stuff.
Well,
Right?
to get more into the heart of that,
Yeah,
Beltane is 6 months opposite Halloween, Samhain, whatever we call that. And of course, we always talk about that veil opening then, but corollarily, there is a veil that opens at Beltane too.
that's true.
Um, I never know for sure if I feel the energies are exactly the same, but it is something to think about. The idea that there is an opening in the space between worlds at this time, and we can choose to receive those vibrations and accentuate them in our lives.
Well, I'm looking forward to that prosperity, Russ. I hope it does manifest.
I sure hope
So,
so.
Namaste, everybody. Thanks for joining us today, everyone. We've had a great time. And Kara, again, happy
Happy birthday,
birthday to
Kara.
you. We're glad we caught up with you. We do know we have a birthday reading tomorrow
Rita,
from Marita. So we'll be looking forward to doing that.
liminal time periods. Yes, Spinner Lady. Thank you.
So take care, everybody. Have a great week ahead. Have a happy week ahead. And we'll see you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.